Who's next? Hey, how y'all doing? Back again, another episode of It Factor. As always, I'm your host, Jeremy Robinson, and today we have someone great. Go ahead and speak. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
My name Karan Gaines out of Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Indeed, I'm up here saying, go ahead and speak. But no, man, how are you doing mentally, physically, and emotionally, man?
Damn, great question. Great, deep question. Physically, I'm all right. Just got me a new gym membership, so that's a blessing. You know how we be, man. We be on and off. Spiritually, I'm pretty balanced.
That's good.
Emotionally and all of that, man, being a man, being a father, the world, it could be up and down. Yeah.
Definitely. I can understand that.
But overall, I'm good. I'm blessed and I'm happy.
That's good. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Then everything, you can balance it out. You can balance something out. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I say, so what went into you creating God Publishing, man? Let's start there, man.
One God Publishing. It started with the clothing brand first. First, I had One God Clothing. And so that was it was always my ideology that we all come from the same higher power.
Yes, indeed.
And so I looked at, like, through my years of growing up, I just never understood, like, why so much stuff was separated, and we put in all these different boxes. And it's like, at the end of the day, we all one. We all come out of a woman. We all bleed the same color blood. And we all gonna die.
Indeed.
So we got to be the same, And so One God Clothing, it represents, well, One God in general for me represents one race, one culture, one God.
I like
that. Yeah. So it started with the clothing, and I got into the books later, and then I'm like, just make it all one push because it all represents the same, And so my first book, Woke Seed, is Woke Seed, and then under it, it's one race, one culture, one God.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's just everything tying together, So under it's one umbrella, with a bunch of stuff under it.
Got you. I like that, man. I would say also, with you creating your books, bro, like what went into you, with you creating your clothing? What said, you know what, I need to write a book. I want to be an author. So, like, what made you want to be an author, man?
I was a commissioner in my city for one term.
Okay, bet.
Yep. I ran for city council twice. I ran as an independent the second go around. When you get to running for office, man, and being an activist and all that, you will learn, like, it's hard to repair grown-ups.
Definitely.
It's almost impossible, And so after so many years, I kind of got fed up, and I'm like, well, you know what? Just focus on the children. And so from there, I created our community cleanup crew and Grades' Money school tour.
Got you.
And so our community cleanup crew is educating the youth on citizenship. Because most of us are just residents, and a lot of people don't know the difference. A resident just resides somewhere, so they get pushed around based on whatever the economics is. They don't have no control. And that's kind of how it was during slavery. We ain't gonna tap into that conversation, but and so a citizen is someone who votes. They knows who's in what position in each seat. So the concept of the cleanup crew was educating them on, you don't need a program to come in and clean up your neighborhood. This is your neighborhood. You know what I mean? This is our community. So it was teaching them a sense of pride. And so that we don't need nobody to come do nothing for us. Because if they come clean up for you, say a program comes in and clean up in your neighborhood, and they do it once a month. Whenever that funding runs out,
that's it.
That's it. And so if you don't come step in where they were replacing, then nothing's going to change. You see what I'm saying? So the concept was, y'all do this. We're going to do this together, and this is why. And so Grades' Money school tour was something I'm real proud of, bro. I'm proud of everything I've done, but so the concept with Grades' Money school tour was educating them on different layers of the world. So one of the layers was the principal is the CEO, the hall monitors is the police, your teacher is a manager, a supervisor. Your parents go to school 8 hours a day. How many hours do y'all go to school typically a day? About 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So the same amount of accountability your parents have, you have also.
Definitely.
In the same type of fashion, just a different title for it. And so it was educating them. If you can't cope now in school, you most likely won't be able to cope in the world.
You're right.
And the students who go to detention a lot, probability shows they're more likely to be locked up. Because when you're in detention, you can't eat with everybody else in society.
Yeah.
You go eat in the detention room. So that's a programming that in our culture we don't understand in school. I tell people, if you the class clown, unless you're gonna be the next Kevin Hart or Charleston White, one of them, comedian type people, then you're gonna be in jail most likely. Yeah. And so it's Grades is Money school tour, and then the other layer I was educating them on was if you look at how often in school they do name checks. You walk in single file lines. Only certain amount of people eat in the cafeteria. That's the same system as jail.
Right. You're definitely right.
And so the same corporations that started our public schooling is some of the biggest funders for the prison system. And so they pretty much educate our children on either you're going to go to jail or work for us.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And so I felt obligated on stepping in and implementing these type of thoughts for our children. And so in the midst of it, COVID hit. So I was up and cooking, hitting the schools. I got some stuff on YouTube and everything. I could send you the links. And so I'm speaking in front of 300 students at a time. So they doing like 2 assemblies back to back. And then it just kind of got to taking off. They started paying me to do it. And man, it was a beautiful thing, And so from there, being around the kids, when you fight, man, you get to fighting with the activism stuff, you'll look and say, damn, I'm doing more for the world than I am my own household.
Yeah.
And so I had to get smart and say, you got to get your foundation together. You can try to save the world, but you got to get your foundation together. So I said, well, start putting the information in things to where you don't have to be there. And that's when I thought of making a book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the lead up though.
Yeah. I know, like you.
That's how it is with me being the author, man. It led up to that like that, man. You got to put in the work before you even go and put in that writing. Then I say, guy asked me, I was on another podcast the other day. Cat asked me, he's like, hey man, so what inspired you to write the books and this son? So, and I was like, bro, to be very honest, it's a legacy that's gonna be left behind. So if I'm not here, they can pick it up and be like, dang, this is what daddy said. Oh, he was doing this. Oh, I didn't know he was. Oh, and a lot of times they say our people don't. What would it say? If you put some in the book, black people not gonna read. Whole time, man, I didn't grow up around people that didn't read. All my folks read, man. I was thankful to have that. That's one thing I can say that my people did, man. I don't care who it was, and my family loved to read, man. Need to be the newspaper, need to be books, need to be the Bible, anything they read, man, to educate themselves. So definitely, when I meet other black men as authors, I really be like, I commend y'all because of what you're putting out there is that everybody needs to see, man. So
I appreciate it. So you do have a book?
Yeah, man, got 2, man. Got 2 books.
Oh, that's what's up. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. We're gonna have to swap them out. I'll send you a couple, you send me a couple. And then we can collab on some too.
Hey, I'm down for that. That's the first time, right? Okay, I'm down with that. I ain't got a problem.
Yep. So I'm 16 books in. And 16 books in. The one I've been posting, the Charleston White book, is my latest book or whatever. And man, the buzz on that is going crazy.
That's good.
It's picking up crazy. Yeah, he shared a video of me showing I got some of the books in on his Facebook. And it's going up. It's going up.
What's up, bro? That's what's up. So I say, what is your it factor, man? Why do you do what you do?
I think at this point, I feel like I've tapped into my purpose because I just always, the stuff I'm doing now, bro, I've been doing my whole life.
Gotcha.
I started out basketball. I was one of the top players in my state, top 25 freshman year. Was in Prep Spotlight magazine, Michigan Preps magazine. Even then, with my intentions of making it to the NBA was to come back to my city and do X, Y, and Z.
Gotcha.
So it just always been in me. When I look at my mom's side of the family, my grandma was the head of the Girl Scouts. I don't know if y'all have Girl Scouts down there in
Yeah.
Atlanta. Well, up here in Michigan, my grandma was like the head lady. And
Oh,
so a lot of women in our community came up under my grandma. So she was a leader. She donated a lot. And then my older uncles,
mhm.
also, it was like 7 of them, great uncles, they were pastors. And so they all had their own churches and everything. And so then I have on my mom's side, we're connected inside like the court system
Oh man, okay.
and everything. So my bloodline in my city run everything
Hmm.
in some type of form or fashion.
That's
And
what's
a lot of people aren't aware of that, even in our family, until I break it down to them. And then they're like, damn, I never looked at it like that. And I'm like, yeah, we controlled the religion at one point.
hmm.
You had 7 churches in a small city,
Right.
and they all brothers. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so when you go to my dad's side, my dad's from Memphis.
Okay.
I met him about 5 times. I popped up on him last year. And the matriarch of our family, my aunt, she's 80 some years old. She was a probation officer for 50 years.
Mhm.
And so while I'm down there, my cousin gets sworn in to be a cop. Her brother's a firefighter. The other brother's in the army. And so my point is, it's just in me.
Definitely.
Even before I could recognize and be able to break down my family tree,
Mhm.
it's just been in me, bro. And I feel like we all got our own DNA for a reason. So we all got a fingerprint that nobody else had. So
Mhm.
you're supposed to be able to leave an imprint on the world that nobody else can do. You know what I mean? So I feel like once I tapped in to me, I was able to create things other people on the planet couldn't do. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
I love that, man. So I say, what are some of your short term, long term goals, or any things you already done achieved, man? You're already going up with the books, you're going up with the outreach. So like, what's something else that you like? I got to do that as well. So like, what's something?
It's really just getting everything full circle. Cause
Hmm.
like we started off, we got the One Guy clothing, One Guy publishing. I got the Woke Seed business, because Woke Seed was my first book. It sold in 54 countries.
Okay.
And so when you scan through my page, you'll see a lot of stuff from India. And
Hmm.
so India was the biggest country that really bigged me up. They got me on like celebrity magazines and everything. And so Woke Seed itself is its own brand. And
God.
so Light, the character, I plan on doing a cross from Woke Seed and One Guy clothing to have a
Mhm.
parallel for the character Light.
Okay.
And so my goal is short term and long is to get all my businesses connected at a higher level and more marketable and be able to remove myself to
Mhm.
where everything is running itself and then I can just keep creating.
Got you. I love that, man. It's definitely gonna take
Yeah.
off for you doing the right thing now. You putting the right things in place. I mean, I can see it even on your page while I was doing research. I was like, send me the bio. Even though when you didn't, I was like, wait a minute. I got it right here. I'm going down. I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah, yeah,
this man to
yeah,
do
yeah,
everything. I'm like, all right, cool. And
yeah.
I know what to tap. I done done it long enough to know, like, oh, let me tap in with brother, man. Let me see what's going on with this.
Yeah, I appreciate it too, man. It's a journey because in our culture, authors aren't promoted. If you ain't rapping or dunking on people or playing football or selling dope and scamming, bro, you damn near lame.
Got something for you, man. Open topic. Cause this won't come out for a while, but of course we're gonna be tapped in, but I will tell you this. So you seen me post Chris Paul yesterday. You like,
I
okay,
was
yeah,
gonna ask you about that, boy.
yeah.
Woo,
But it's about to get
congratulations.
yeah, thank you, man. But it's about to get you. What you just said is the thing that you fight against. That you like. Yeah, I'm glad I interviewed a man. It's great for the platform. Cool, But something you have to remember is, people just come out the woodwork when it's somebody famous, and I'd be like, man, you got to do that for everybody, man. You can't do that for Chris
Right.
Paul. That's not how we gonna get better. That's not how we gonna help each other. And it really, at first, when I first interviewed, I would say I interviewed Ryan Clark. That was the first person that was big that I interviewed. And like, to me, they normal people, man. You interview them, it's like great, it's good for the platform, cool. But I really sat back there and was like, man, this all cool and all, but like y'all need to like tap in with everybody. I got a teacher on here, I got an author that's on here that's doing
Right.
more impact with them, man. Like, and you can call them, you can call them. Like, so
Right. Facts. Facts,
It's
bro.
funny that you said that because I was like, yeah, I put out a post about the book. They gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna mess with you, man. Yeah, yeah. Put out a post with Cam Newton in it. You
Yeah.
reviewed. I'm like, yeah, I wrote about it in the book. If you read the book, you can see how I get to this.
Right.
You see how this happens. If you read the book, you see how it happens. It ain't magic. It ain't magic.
No, that's real, bro. That's real, bro.
Yes,
That's real. And so it's a journey, man. And I embrace it. I love it. When I look around the world, people like me and you, it's our time.
Indeed.
When Cat Williams did that interview, he was speaking for people like us who ain't take no shortcuts. You know what I mean? I look at guys like Charleston White. He's made a lot of stuff I fought for cool.
Definitely.
In my city, I did a lot of the same stuff he's done, but he's, at a much bigger platform, but he's making a lot of stuff cool. So that's letting me know, bro, just keep being yourself. Keep
doing
sticking to the script, and the people like us is going to be in the forefront. Right now, it's the rapper with the big chain, the stacks of money. But if you look, bro, it's getting watered down.
Yep.
It's fading away.
It's like, nah.
Yeah.
Oh, he interviewed them? Wait a minute. I can do that. And it get pulled out. That's why I like podcasts, because a lot of things get pulled out. You start to see like, hold on, that ain't something I want to be. Wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. Ain't you know what? And that's a whole conversation for another day. But I will say that a lot of times I think we get caught up as a people and as a race that, oh man, we got to be this way, we got to do this. And a lot of times it's not even like that.
Right. Facts.
Just be yourself, man.
Yeah. Cause it's so much beauty in it. When I start really tapping in, because when you run for office, bro, and you from the hood, you gotta have thick skin. Bro, people get to threaten you. I tell the people this and that, man, I've dealt with a lot. So I had to let go of being afraid of anything. It ain't nothing to expose about me. It ain't nothing that I'm hiding for. I don't duck no question. My life has been in the open since I was 14 years old. So I'm built for whatever, you know what I mean? But a lot of our people ain't. So we got a lot of people who are talented, but they ain't as bold as me and you. But people like you and this platform is going to bring them out.
Indeed.
You see what I'm saying? And so we got a lot of diamonds out there, bro, in the hood, in the concrete, a lot of roses in the concrete, but they're not being noticed.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you look at it from a woman's perspective. And I sit and I listen to my woman speak sometime and my sisters. It's even hard for a woman because there's great women out there cluttered around a bunch of hood rat, low level vibration. And so it's like we're all mixed in now. You know what I mean? And so it's like people like us is fighting to be like, nah, I stand for something. You know, so like I said, it's a journey, but I embrace it, bro. I love it. And I ain't going nowhere.
Look, I ain't got a problem with it. Hey, be who you be, man. Even with anything I be doing, I just be like, hey, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Ain't nothing gonna change.
Right, yeah.
So with that, I say, what's some advice you would give a person that wants to be in your shoes someday?
The only way to get there is just you got to tap in to yourself. And what I mean by that, I set a world record a few years ago. I got the term woke seed in the dictionary. I didn't know. Now, remember when you was like, man, that was a great lead up. All those things leading up, when I'm visualizing it in my life, I didn't know when I came up with woke seed, I was the first person on the planet to ever put woke and seed even next to each other. So when you get time, Google woke seed. There's nothing on the planet that will connect it besides my term and book ever in the history of the world.
You big dog. I like that.
No, I hear you. I appreciate it. But no, so it's about, for me, I tapped in because like I said, in order to run for office, you got to just let go of certain shit. I had to spiritually let go and be a sacrifice, bro, and say whatever comes with this, I'm for it. At that point, I was connecting with the universe and tapping in. So as I'm saying to myself, no, I put the information in the book now. I don't know I'm really on my journey yet. Until the first book selling 54 countries. And then they put me on the celebrity magazine and then this and that. And then I'm seeing my impact in the world. And I'm saying, oh, okay, I got something. And then they're saying, well, your books is a little different than everybody's. Your children books are pretty deep and thought-provoking. And from there, I created Kick Books genre.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what you see with the CIC is Child Illustrated Consciousness. And so it's books with illustrations that appeal to children with subject matter that can enlighten an adult. And so that's 3-4 things I just named nobody else on the planet has ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all because I tapped in. So my advice would be, another good lead up, my advice would be to anybody is stay away from the celebrity thought, stay away from trying to appease to people, and just find yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Tap into what makes you happy first. You might be a person who like to argue, so might be a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with us, bro. We're born perfect. You know what I'm saying? But the world tell us something wrong with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got all these categories to put ourselves in. And so whatever the majority is doing, we're hopping in these boxes. Meanwhile, we done jumped over who we are our whole life. We finding ourselves in rap characters,
mm-hmm.
NBA players, NFL players. It's like we huddle up together. And I call it Poor People Fest, for the Poor People Fest. And meanwhile, it's real things going on in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? That we just oblivious to, you know?
Definitely. So you just tapped on my next question, man. What's something you would like to see change in the Black community?
We got to stop identifying as Black,
mm-hmm.
African American. We need to form a real nation. First, to be able to have us a flag, to be able to get certain reparations and certain things when we walk in the bank, and certain loans we available before we're not a nation.
Mm-hmm.
So the Constitution isn't against us like people think. We just haven't identified as a nation. And all it takes is for X amount of us to come together and go to the Senate and go to certain places and do it. But everybody that we had trying to do it is no longer here, like Johnny Cochran. He was somebody who was really fighting for that and trying to do it. So yeah, it'd be finding out who we are. Definitely. And realizing slavery was smaller than what we think. We make it bigger than what it is. And that's not to discredit nobody who's, because people take that real personal. But my thing is, everybody ain't a descendant of a slave. When I did the research in my family, on both sides, there's no descendants of slaves on either side, my mom or dad's side. You know, and so how I have my it factor comes from I know who I am.
Definitely.
You know, so I'm not walking in a building. When I was a commissioner, like cats in the street used to be like, bro, how you do it? You know what I mean? Because I done everything they done did in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it was, bro, I know who I am. I'm not coming in here as a minority.
Yeah.
Because my teachings teach me in America, the Blacks is the majority. That's why they want the Black vote so bad. If we was the minority, the vote wouldn't matter. You can win any election without us, but a lot of information here in America, you got to reverse it. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. You know, I go on for days and days, but you had to stop me talking sometimes.
No, man, you right, man. You definitely right, brother. I get where you coming from, man. And I would say the crazy thing is doing this podcast, you run into so many like-minded people that you like, hey man, dang, okay, they get it.
Yeah,
you know,
it's beautiful.
Like
Yeah.
you said, like you name like you named the whole line of greatness in your family. And like, yeah, some crazy things happen. Yeah, man, we live in a crazy world. But like,
right. Oh, yes, a bunch of
our people will dwell more on the craziness than the good. And I always thought to see the good, and that's why I started the show, man. And the longer you do something, the longer you start to see, like you said, like you start like, wait a minute, I've been doing this. Hey, that's good. Like it's no problem with doing this, man. It's cool. You know, even like what happened yesterday. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like today, I got a post the Chris Paul thing finally out, and you think about it, you just like, yeah, I'm glad I got to meet him, man. That's dope. I deserve that. But I have the same way with you, man. You the same person to me, man. Like, granted,
love,
you ain't there, but you the same person. People are I love our people, man. That's why at the end of the day, our people are the influence. No matter how much you see it, I don't care who's in office. I don't care what's going on. Black
We
people are
con-
people that want to be seen.
we control everything,
Everything.
bro. And so a
Everything.
lot of I tell people you got to know who you are. In order to do that, you got to tap into your family.
Indeed.
There's a lot of greatness in your family just alone, but celebrityism has us looking outside of ourselves
Yep.
to where our whole life, like I said, we're chasing a character. We don't
Uh-huh.
even know half these rappers' real name,
You don't even know it. You don't even know
you
it.
know? So, but yeah, go ahead. Next question, bro. Next question. I get to going and going.
My last question is, who are you outside of everything, man? Everything you know for the author, the activist, man. Who are you? The father. Who are you, man?
I'm a man trying to embrace and bring out the little boy in me.
Mm, okay.
And what I mean by that is I realized how much I was stripped from who I am
Mm-hmm.
through life, family, circumstances, and who I was as a boy. I tell people I had a paper route in like fourth grade. I used to loan my mama money. I could save, put up. I wanted these shoes next month. I felt like I was a better man at that age than I am now. My mind was stronger. I was, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest thing now is get back to my foundation of who I was when I came here before the world got a hold to me.
Yeah, indeed,
You
man.
know, because I tell people all the time, what they say, what the world say a man is, we never said that. You see what I'm saying? Our whole life we've been told, fix your face.
Right.
You don't cry like a girl. Meanwhile, we have emotions like everybody else.
Uh-huh.
And so we've been bottled up, holding stuff in our whole life. You know what I mean? The average guy. I realize that's for me specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm at the point now where I'm okay with being vulnerable. I'm okay with being soft. I'm okay with, because I wasted 30 some years keeping the mud. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so now in life, I'm just embracing the little boy in me, bro, and being happy
Mm-hmm.
and embracing it about myself and loving myself for it, you know? So I have a book, I'm on 16 books in. I got about close to 40 books written already.
Okay. All right.
Uh, my long-term goal is to outdo Dr. Seuss with
Mm-hmm.
100 books. Dr. Seuss, they don't have not one accurate site. Some sites say he has 67 books, some say 82. So I said, I'm gonna go for 100.
There you go.
And then I might retire with the hopes of somebody that look like us outdoing me that's younger.
Man, it's
And
gonna
so each one of my books is deep, bro. They mean something. This right here is my very first book out the first batch. This is the first copy when I first opened the box. You know what I mean? So you can tell it's been through some stuff. But it's Woke Seed, man, the first book. This was one of the first books I written on my friend. And so I did a lot of insourcing instead
mm-hmm.
of outsourcing. So when you see the Charleston White book, which is right here, you know, first copies,
Indeed.
I wrote on my friends first.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So before I got to writing about celebrities and all that, I wrote on the people around me first. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is, you start within.
Mm-hmm.
You got to. You got to
Brother,
start within.
you just got it, man, because that's even with me. My first book is called Black Man, and it's about my story, single parent home, growing up in Saul, playing sports, and coming to my point of coming to college, right? But the second book was The Art of Networking, the It Factor Memoir.
Mm.
A long time before I start writing, pretty sure like how you do a whole reflection process. You're like, wait a minute, how do I want this to go? Because I can tell people I got these famous people I did this. I said, nope. I'm gonna tell them how my homies came on here. I had an episode. I'm gonna tell them about the foundation of everything that happened with me before I even got to these people that y'all see that's successful. Because they mean more, those episodes mean more to me than these people. Because I ain't meeting these people. Even if I meet them face to face, they ain't like my family, man. So
Right.
definitely you got
Facts.
to tell the
That
right story, man. I definitely love that I did that on my cover because a lot of times people are like, man, so who these big? I said, that's me. That's my homie from college. That's my boy right there. These two was in the wedding. This right here. What? Yeah, bro. Oh, this is my wife best friend. She my business admin. Yeah, she was on the show. She was on the first couple shows that I shot in person once we bought our house. So it's stuff like that that mean more than, oh, so you see the football player down there? Yeah, he's from Fort Valley State University. It's a HBCU from back home. He's from Florida. And now he in the
Right.
league, but now he in the CFL. So it's a story behind everybody. Oh, you see Ryan Clark? Hey man, I looked up to him while I was little, but I got to interview him. That mean a lot. That's cool. But
Right.
I
Right.
wouldn't get those people if I didn't interview my homies, my friends, my family first. Even to this day, like I said, we all the same, put our pants on one leg at a time. Had a football coach tell me that when we was playing some team, we end up beating them, like blowing them out. But at first, you like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, you're looking at the film, you're trying to figure out what's gonna happen. And once the game was over, he was like, so what I said was true. I said, I'm gonna use that quote for the rest of my life. And I thought about it. People are the same, man. Ain't nobody different. Their status may be a little different, but at the end of
Right.
the day, they're the same, man. So if I could sit down and have a conversation with them, I'm definitely gonna do it. So I would say, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, definitely, man. First, I want to say, congratulations on everything, bro. Just for you being who you are. You
Thank you.
know what I mean? You're a success, bro. You're a walking success, and I can't imagine where you about to go. You know what I mean, with your platform and life in general. Um, so you say you from Atlanta, Georgia, right?
So Fort Valley, Georgia, South Georgia.
Fort
I lived
Valley,
in
Georgia. Okay.
Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay. Got you. How many? You got any children?
No children yet, man, but I'm married. Got my wife, so yeah, definitely.
Oh, you did it the right way, man. I'm jealous as hell. I had 6 kids, 4 baby mamas. You see what I'm saying? God damn, bro, you did
Man,
it right.
hey, man, ain't no right way, man. You do it your way.
No, that's real. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't trade nothing in my life and for nothing, bro. Like, I'm really happy, bro. Overall, through all the pain, the bumps and bruises, I'm happy, man. But that's lit, bro. You successful as hell.
Thank you, man.
So what's your goals, short term and long term?
Man, short term is just keep bringing on people like yourself, man. Keep growing the platform when it comes to the it factor. About to go into a new journey. I'm an engineer outside of this, so going a new journey with a new job, man. So I'm preparing for that.
Oh,
Uh,
you already up.
yeah, trying to go ahead and make that move. And also outside of that, man, just keep building up our wealth. Like, and I like generational wealth. I like the term, it sounds cool, but like keep building up our wealth in our family and keep things going. We had a lot of things that happened on my journey of growing up. So I like making sure once I do bring kids in this world, a lot of things ain't gotta happen like that for them. So that's my biggest thing with short term. Long term, just keep doing what I'm doing, man, and be at peace, man, and be happy, bro. The biggest thing is I stress less now because a lot of times, bro, it seemed good in the past. Like, oh yeah, man, I can. Oh, this happened. Oh, this didn't happen like this. But I learned to just control what I can control. So that's my long term goal is to control what I control. Keep the main thing, and just keep doing what I'm doing, man. Because I love doing this. If I could do this every day, I'd be cool.
Right.
I'd be cool.
Yeah, this lit, bro. This one of the most inspirational interviews I've done, bro. You definitely got an it factor to you with the questions and everything. So I really appreciate this, man. Like for real. I would like to come back on again, man. Shoot, we could do it like Boosie and Vlad. I'd be one of
Pull up.
your favorite guests.
Hey, pull up on me. We can do live because the people need to hear what you're saying, man, what you're doing. I know
I'll
that.
put up on you.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
fly down there for real.
Oh yeah, look, I done had people fly down, you know. Hey, I done had people come through, so definitely, I'm with that. I ain't got a problem. So I know it take a while because I got the content built up. It's gonna take a while to come out. I'm gonna put out a snippet today on my story. But the biggest
Okay.
thing is, let's keep doing this, man. I ain't got. I've
Yeah.
been see people been saying that lately too. Like, can I keep? I'm like, yeah, come on. I ain't got a problem. Even before this come out, you can come back on. We can definitely, man.
Right, for sure, bro. I'm with it. And do you mind if I create a flyer
Nah,
to
man.
promote our interview and all that?
Not at all, bro. Actually,
Okay.
man, what we could do, even we could even drop it before I even had that drop date. Drop a snippet or something, even if you want to do that, man. Definitely.
Yeah, however you want to do it, bro. I'm with it. I got these books and stuff, man. Promote, man. This Charleston book, man. It's big, bro.
Indeed.
It's big, and right now I'm trying my best to market it a certain way. He's so damn busy, and he just taking off. So
Very
I
well.
ain't really expecting too much from him. You know what I'm saying? He in his world, so uh as much as I can come back on and keep people updated and stuff. And man, I got some people in my city. It'd be dope for you to interview. This book right here, a young cat named Al got it, a rapper or whatever. He went viral a couple times. I inspired him to want to do a children's book. And so he came with the idea, he wrote the book, and I'm like, bro, it's way too long. You know, so I kind of dumbed it down for him, showed him the process, and he still wanted to just put my name on as a writer or whatever. And so he'd be a good person to interview too, bro. Like he real popular.
Yeah. Give me his information, man. I'm down with that.
Bet. But he got his head on straight though.
All right, cool.
You know, yep. So yeah, man, I appreciate everything. Thank you, bro.
You're welcome, man. Look, you got family in me now, man. So reach out to me, you need anything, you want to do something. And look, I'm the person that's gonna hit you back. I'm about to send you my number now. I'm like, hey, just take it.
That's love, bro. Appreciate it.
Yes, indeed, brother. Take it easy. Have a great day, man.
You too. Peace and love.